Hi, I'm Chris Turley and welcome back to our video vlog. You know, there are many questions that sellers ask, and the ones that I feel for my seller clients are the most important I'd like to touch on over the next couple of weeks. So today I'd like to address a couple of the ones that I run into very often and are extremely important. You know, what is the best time to sell my house? You know, that could be a very relative question with a relative answer. If you're selling in the same market you're buying in, anything that you might gain or get, regardless of whether the market is up or down, is probably going to be reflected when you go to purchase your next home. Now obviously if you're stepping up in a home, you're going to benefit if you're buying when the market is either down for sellers or just starting up. So at any rate, I think the best thing for you to do as a seller is do it when it's right for you and let a professional real estate agent like myself advise you about the timing. Okay, what about seasons? You know, if I were to ask 10 sellers which season in the Northeast they believe would be the best time to have their home on the market, well, 9 out of 10 would be, as you would guess, they would say the spring. You know, it's true that we have more activity of homes selling in the spring than any other season. However, it's not necessarily better for a seller. You see, there are buyers dripping into the market month after month, every month of the year. The sellers, because so many of them think the best time to put their home in the market is the spring, you know, their tulips are coming up and it's staying light late out at night. You know, they all rush to put their home in the market at the same time, and we have a floodgate of homes that appear simultaneously to compete with one another, sometimes to the advantage of buyers. So again, getting advice from your professional real estate agent will help you in making that decision from a timing standpoint. Okay, how is the market right now? What type of market are we in? And what are the average days on the market? Well, in the first 2 months of this year, we had 167 homes actually sell. This compares to 100 homes in the first 2 months of last year, 2012. That's a 67% increase in the number of transactions that we've had in the first couple of months of this year compared to last year. The days on the market have actually dropped almost 40% in that time frame. So we're clearly in a transition market. You know, when you see periodicals like My Money magazine, which just showed up on my doorstep this last weekend, and it's saying right on the first cover, housing is back. You know, that's a message that you're hearing virtually everywhere, whether you turn your evening news on, whether you pick up the USA Today or any other periodical. The word is that real estate has turned around, we're coming out of a trough, and that means for many people it's time to get in if they've been waiting. Interest rates are great. The fact of the matter is prices are starting to turn up consecutively month after month, and thus if you're going to buy a home, there hasn't been a time when homes have been more affordable from a relative sense than it is right now today. If you've been waiting to sell, you may want to take advantage of the fact that there are a lot of buyers out there wanting to buy. So I think that pretty much addresses the question about what's the market like today here in our region. All right, finally, what is the first offer is the best theory? You know, in a market like today where sellers are starting to hear that the market is improving vastly, if they get an offer and it's a good offer but maybe not a perfect offer, their tendency might be to say, gee, it's just the first offer, I'll wait for the next one. Well, keep in mind, regardless of the market, if a home has been on the market for a brief amount of time, buyers haven't had a chance to quote-unquote get a beat on it. It hasn't sat there day after day, month after month. If homes are on the market for a long time, there's nothing compelling for a buyer to make a full price offer. If the home is priced well to begin with, they get a really good offer in the beginning, the chances are the buyer is probably thinking, my gosh, if I don't buy it, somebody else may, and they're probably giving you the best offer that you might see. So the first offer can actually be the best. You know what, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you here in a couple of weeks, and do have a great start to the spring if it ever actually gets here. Thanks so much.